go ahead and put another brick in the temple. Um, yeah, this eye is pretty bad, Becky. Be easy for me. People that send me messages, I just respond to them on here. I can't do that little stuff right now. Tap in a message. But Sean came out and what I fell on and was the corner of this table. It has super sharp corners. That's why he moved it up there. He said, "Oh, it's gotten a lot of people victims over the years." But yeah, I slipped, hit my eye there, but I'm fine. I'm better than fine. Yeah, I'm like buzzing. So just observing that, and then these talks, I'm gonna try to explain what this process is, and get some answers. I've been asking questions all day. What is the purpose of life? And we're dreaming, that goes on forever. Hallucinating, goes on forever. But that energy body, you have lessons that are to be worked out with your colony. You come down from the dome. But you don't get that memory. The ego mind doesn't get all that knowledge to come in here and play the experience this realm, where spirit and matter interact. It's the highest form of creation. So that was going on with that. I thought, we could talk about where this projection comes from, that there's someone else out there that's doing something to you, and we know that that's the energy wounds, and that's what they're protecting, the relationships in my life. I was like, well, am I being an asshole for that? Talking about this? And it occurred to me, because I talked about James Bond, I always want to be that one out there on the set, that looks cool. So what am I actually doing is trying to figure out women. Yeah, fellas? Huh? I set myself a pretty tall task with that. But at the same time, that was it was a problem in my set. Right? I had to bounce my bar. I had to clean it up because they were coming at me with that energy, accusing me, telling me I'm doing all this stuff. I had to sit with it and I had to learn all this stuff. I'm just trying to help them that's in me, so that we can live and be happy, enjoy life, and get control of your set. Be the captain. King is home. That's what this is all about. The second wave of COVID, you know why the set knows everything's going to happen? Because it has already happened. Second wave is right now, energetically, at a cellular level. There'll be a time delay, before it shows up on the set. But at that point, you could just kick back and oh, okay. I'm not really participating in that. I don't really have any idea what's going on out there on that one. I worry about this one. I got to take care of my little corners in here, and this is my downtime to be rewired. I had another episode, the first one, then this is the second one. I couldn't hardly do anything today. I just listened to these talks and slept, and that's my alchemical work. And but ultimately to be of help, to be of service to our fellow life. That's where I'm coming from. That's all I have in my heart. That's why I'm putting these out here, to communicate that if you want to rejoin me in my court, is as don't have this knucklehead stuff coming, accusations. That was the problem. A child, we're projecting such a powerful projector that we're still in that state where you're saying, oh, there's someone else that's out there that is separate from me. Right? It makes the game fun and interesting, and you enjoy life and the animals and everything. But if you got that wound and you're accusing someone, that's breaking the law. That was the holdup. So I'm gonna keep talking, keep yapping about what I'm going through, doing this. But I'm like, I say, how big is that book? The manual to figure out women. That's what I'm going through here with this. So, talks about the little cat that hangs around down here, the free agent. So my first real relationship with a pet, an animal, was Alice. I had her from 7th grade all the way till I was in graduate school, 14 years. And she was just a magical dog. Like, and then she passed away, and I had some years there where I was a free agent. I was traveling around, going to South America, and then with help, I actually picked Atticus. Here's Atticus, and that's my picture, profile picture. And talked about cat. I had to correct that cat. Want to get that cat's attention. Hey, don't poop on the furniture. Shake them up. So I got Alice as a puppy, 6 weeks, and to potty train her, my technique was to just boom, correct it right in that moment. Make it a big deal, and she's potty trained real quick, smart, learn. But when I got Atticus, he had been adopted out twice of the shelter, dog shelter, and he walked himself back to the shelter. He didn't like it where he was at. That's how smart he is. But when he got adopted out, it was by knuckleheads, and they saw how big and muscular he was, and they wanted him to fight, and so they put him in some sort of a fighting, dog fight stuff was popular out in New Mexico. That bullshit. So he had some wounds, I noticed. So he'd been bit in the neck and whatever he was going through, but he wasn't having it. So he left, escaped. And then we were watching a friend's little dog, like the smallest dog you can imagine, like just so tiny. And it went and just picked its leg up and peed in the house there. And Atticus went over, smelled it. He put his leg up, peed. But he's that big. This is a gushing. And so I'm like, well, what do I know? Just correct it in the moment. So I did that with him. And but he was in the backyard after that, just shaking in the corner. So I was like, oh, he'd been emotionally wounded from his experiences early in his life. And so that was his reaction, like, so symbolic of kind of what all of us probably have some emotional situations when wounds in there. So I got to go a little bit differently about this with him, so I was a little bit more gentle with him on that. But he learned, he picked up. So that's why I'm trying to go gentle as I go through this. I mean, the next one is just the last defense for them is that, oh, I'm crazy. And then see if that sticks. See if they can project that out. Say, oh, I'm the crazy one for everything what I'm doing, how I'm going about my life, but cleaning out my court, or shaping it up. And it just came to me when I was walking today that Atticus is back. That life is back. So there was a period when I was living in Clintonville about 9 years ago, and I was projecting on Atticus what I wanted in myself. I said, oh, Atticus wants a girlfriend. He wants a female companion. That's what I wanted. And I'll never forget, we were in the park, in the exact location. I'm running that through my head, that thought. And the energy body in Atticus came out, and I saw that it was the same. It was Alice. Alice was just still watching me. Same life. When I was living on a boat in Portland, there was a guy doing some work on the boat, and I had to walk all the way up down to the pier, all the way up the steps. Had to get something out of my car. Shadows distracting. But when I came back, that guy, he said, he pointed out, he said, that dog didn't take its eyes off of you the entire time. He went all the way up there and all the way back. Atticus, just watching. same life. That time I got my ass kicked in Cornell, I remember I came back to the room, I'm looking at Alice, and that energy body came out. I was like, whoa. So, there's that. The process of energetically, yeah, so the second wave is going on up close, and then we'll see the results of it on that set. I saw a little bit on a TV in there that, oh, well, the weather's back, be afraid, forest fires, tornadoes. It was just trying to see if it would scare you. But now I also know, I'm like, that stuff is not going to be in my perception, for very much longer. So it's just going to do what it does. So whatever it does, it would just be, oh, it's already happened. It's not that big a deal. It's just seeing how many kids will get scared of it. Because that's what's fun to the God. Scare the children. But you don't have to do that for your entire life. You have that choice. You're the energy in the ice. We're melting the ice through the O, through the ring, and get that ring sealed up, and then the energy in the ice show. It's a pretty nice, enjoyable ride. I've had very little interactions with people. Well, not today, but I've just noticed that first response is not like they're separate from me. It's like, oh, this is awesome. There's other life forms out here. That is the gift. That is the real joy. To look at from that perspective. So I'm just going through this. It'll resolve, build up. Got another one. Got the third wave as this goes on. But like to enjoy the ride, the real, to know, oh, it's just a dream, and it's a lucid dream. So what I was getting in my court was that projection that I was doing something to them because they were acting out their drama. But I grew to the point where it was like a mirror is the good analogy there. Now, whatever they come at me, all they get is a mirror. The mirror. It's in the Bible. We're looking through the mirror darkly. That's all about. And it's true because I am a mirror now. And that's what you're seeing. It's what you're putting out there. It's what you're producing. You're the producer of your show. And if you're saying, oh, that's you. I'm just a mirror now. But I needed that to protect my court. Clean it up. So come back into my court, or to have that knowledge, to know that. That's to be set free. This is what we're going through. Are we in Revelations? So yeah, there'll be some events out there on the stage for these days, and I sense that. But I'm just like, wow. Because I know it's where it already happened, and now you can watch it and enjoy the show. So we were always meant to be, to develop and graduate to that higher level. To not go around and act fool and messing up the set. That's what COVID is all about. I made my peace with that. I'm like, thank God there is this. That they went through all these lengths, with the movies and institutions, colleges, the whole medical system believes in these germs, because that's what I really wanted to get their attention. I'm like, yeah, I probably would have done that. That makes sense. I made peace with all that, and so I don't know. So to recreate New Jerusalem, it's us, right? It's not something we're going to watch out there, hope it happens out there. Nothing happens out there except the light show. It's reflecting, right, your emotional energy body. But that's what we want to help each other with these issues, so that we don't have conflict and strife and the rage, and that stuff is meant to be healed. That's what this life is for. We just couldn't do it then. We didn't have the right equipment. We weren't able to say, "Hey, parent, you're doing wrong." That wasn't possible then. But energetically, it got recorded and carried out, and that's what is guiding this experience through the emotions. That's all that really counts. So heal that, and then get back to center point position, 666. You get a little bit more 360 vision about what everything's going on around. No one could possibly do anything to you that you're not going to dream up or hallucinate. Right? You got to know that. So all you can do at that point is be the protector, guarder of your court and of all the life that you love around you. That was the real goal. I don't know what else I can say about all that. So that's where I'm at. Some other just little symbolic stuff. Like my cell phone plan was coming up to be renewed. I thought there's gonna be something I had to do in there. I was like, I just don't want to deal with it. Just take care of it. And because I had a credit card number had changed, because it's a pretty cool plan. You pay up front, but you only I pay $10 a month for unlimited data through my cell phone. So I need that. And I was like, there's going to be a problem in there. And I was like, maybe. And then I got the message. It just all got taken care of. I didn't have to do anything. Symbolic. Yeah, because I wasn't living out in that world. Like, I'm out needing to do that. I just said, hey, can that be taken care of? And that was what manifested in my reality. Mint Mobile is the name of it if you're interested. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. But I knew this was the real life. To get this message out and, communicate through here about what I'm going through. The whole, your schizophrenic stuff doesn't work on this part, second wave. That was for the first wave. And, we'll keep riding this electric light show. So much stuff to look forward to now. So I'm like deciphering that set, the keys in the grand design, there's patterns of what all that stuff means. I'm hearing it in the iconic rock songs, like what they were really saying, what it's really about. That has been my church is Rush. The priests of we are the priests of the temple of the. That song is so fascinating because there's a prelude. It's to get your body energetically ready before they come in with the whip and the bull, man. And then, wow, it really takes off. Now, just hearing that, I was like, yeah, why is all these? There's one prelude, it's a lot of noise and stuff, and then it switches. And, it even has like the biblical like hymns in there. The meek shall inherit the earth. Boom, and it goes up again. Symbolic of your life. This is a ride we've been on. We were just in the first quarter, getting our show practicing for the real experience to remember that we are in charge of our manifestation. This is heaven on earth. We get the keys. Not break the law. But for me, that was why I've been yapping about this for the last couple months. That the breaking the law part was what I was dealing with in my interior court there with the women in my life. That was the real project. Just try to get them to help themselves so they can be happy and get along. And we can enjoy everyone is around. The real police are here now. Don't stand so close to me. That's what 6 feet, all that stuff is about. So that you come back together, that you're not breaking the law. Because 666, that frequency, which is being played out in us, a lot of us, we're feeling that. To make it a better world. So we're not suffering. The other us is not suffering out there. That's why we chose this avatar. That will be up in there for the computer, right? But a computer is representative of the lowest fall of man, because you're not communicating like this. Even this black box here is, but this is a little bit better, because you know who I am, and you know what I'm saying, and you know I genuinely want to help and love everything that is around me. This is just how it goes down. So that's the update. Robin, if you want the address, it's 2385 Indiana. Am I worried about where I'm being located? Am I worried about 5G cell tower? I think they're on now, because the videos aren't cutting out. That was getting on my nerves. And so I'm going to make sure that that transmission was clear. But if you need to find me, that's where I am physically located, here in Clintonville, doing my thing. Didn't work today. Nope. This is downtime for me. I got to rewire. So listen to the message, and think about that's what's more important. Yeah, I'll go out and make whatever I need to make money-wise, but that's not what that's all about. Never was. And that people thought that was something important. They were putting money above the life and the love in their families and their relationships. That's where it starts. That's where everything is. All the other stuff out there, projection of it. So it will just take care of itself. Sean and I were talking. I was like, I've never worried about money, because I had that issue, right, with my mom left, and I said it was because of money, and so I was like, but here today in the present, I don't have to worry about it. That it's something on the set, and it will take care of itself. I need increasingly less and less from samadhi. So freer and freer. Good. Yeah. Well, I think we're still on. Jody's looking good. I'll call you, text you, and head out there about, might be rush hour here, Columbus. I'll feel it out, but I'll get out there about 4:30. Be a good time. So I'll look forward to seeing you there, and everyone else. I appreciate you, the witness. You guys are the real Jew, the real money. Is your awareness. So like this, hear this message. That's where I get that energy. That's what heals me. So I love all of you guys for that, for existing as life. All right, kid. We got this. Catch up. Yeah, whenever. I don't even worry about sitting back and enjoying the show, man. Like, it's pretty fascinating, Like, to hear this stuff. So we'll keep going. We'll keep yapping my way all the way through this. I need it, really. It's like, was he going crazy? But when I hear this voice, and I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, hey, my higher self is like, hey, that's pretty good. I'm proud of you. I'm like, oh, good. I like that. You gotta love yourself, man. I really fall in love with yourself. Sounds kind of corny. But just allow it in. Allow that little bit in. And then forgive yourself for the shortcomings that you're manifesting that you think you might have, or things that you did that you're not proud of. I got a lot more stories. I got a lot more characters. I got 40 years. Crazy stories. But I got to make sure that people aren't getting offended, because, there was some breaking the law going on. And we're interested in that. But it's okay now. We can talk about that stuff. We're getting a higher perspective. I just want you guys to come on, dance on up here with me a little bit, and so we can see that for what it is for. Forgive the people you might be manifesting that they're doing something to you. Just heal that. But forgive yourself for the things that you didn't like in you. That's what that process is. My theme was I had a fear of public speaking. I hated it. It just made me, So this is what that is. To talk. I wanted to communicate to save the life. But I had to learn developmentally, go through classes, and get up there on stage and, you know, did it, got through it. Wasn't as scary as I thought, right? I was dreaming it up that it was so scary to talk to a big audience of people. But I'm just practicing. Get over that fear. Ain't gonna stop me. So, you know. Robin, I thought maybe we might go out tonight. It's Wednesday, Friday. But I'm still in this state, and that would be irritating. You know, you're the crazy one. Can't believe you're talking about this on YouTube. So yeah, maybe. Scared of children. Maybe next week. Maybe, who knows? Cycles. But now we've got the witnesses. Even better. That's what the real fun is. The whole crowd, the whole gang's here. So I will look forward to talking with everyone on the next one. All right. Much love, Evan. You got this.